Hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Potter here, AMP on Drupal.org. Just wanted to show you how you can use Drush recipes just in your everyday workflow, just to make you a little bit faster at doing some remedial tasks. One of the things that drive me nuts is setting up Drupal install from scratch. I mean, it's really simple to do. Drush makes it really easy to do that. But unfortunately, it's this big long command here. And so what I'd typically do is download a fresh copy of Drupal, as you can see here. And I would pop over to this little window and copy and paste that into my website that I just downloaded. Oh, let's copy and paste it into there, and then I'd change the site name to site new website, and the database name would be new website, and then hit enter. I know that doesn't look like it's very much work, but to me, for some reason, it just drives me batty. So what I want to do is create a little recipe, Drush recipe out of this, so that I don't have to go through those steps anymore. And everything is just contained in a single Drush recipe. So I can just basically run one command. So to do that, we need to implement what are called Madlibs, because what we need to do is execute a Drush command that also takes some parameters like what's the site name and what's the database name. So the first thing that we need to do is actually write our recipe. So let's do that. So it's Drush d Drupal write recipe. Okay. And I think enter. Okay, machine name. So this is going to be clean install. And a recipe name, clean install. Description, this is used to spin a fresh Drupal site. Version, sure, wait, yeah. Drupal core, okay. We'll say it's a utility. That doesn't really matter. Author name, AMP. All right, so now it's saying, let's give me the full Drush command that you want to run here. So let's pop over to our command here, and we'll again copy and paste this in. So this is the site this is the command that we want to run. And what we're going to do is, after we create our Drush recipe, we're going to go back in and tokenize these inputs here, the database name and site name. But for now, let's hit enter here and record that Drupal recipe. And that's really the only recipe that we want to run right now. So we're going to escape out of that. It's going to say, how do you want to encode that? Let's do JSON. And we'll write it directly to the file. It's going to say, do you want to write it to this location? Yep. Okay, a new recipe has been written here. So let's open that up. All right. So here's our out-of-the-box Drush recipe here. What we want to do is, like I said, we want to tokenize these inputs here. So to do that, we need to add this Madlib parameter here. So we'll go back into our recipe, and we'll say that this is going to be a Madlib. Madlib is set to true. So now this Drush recipe knows that we want to use some tokenized inputs. So under arguments, let's add our tokens here. So the first token is going to be called site name. And let's see, what else do we have to do with it? Okay, we just have to basically register it there. The second one is going to be called database name. All right. So next, we need to define our tokens here. So we're basically going to be creating questions in whenever we execute the Drush recipe that we want to be asked, for. So the first one is going to be, it's going to be site name. Let's see. Okay, site name in brackets. And basically, what question do we want to be asked? We're going to ask for the site name. And the second time, we're going to say database name. All right. So with Madlibs, you can add some defaults. We're not going to do that. We always want, whenever we run this Drush recipe, we always want to be asked what those parameters are. All right, now let's just replace these static values with these tokens. So this one's going to be site name. And under database name, it's going to be database name. All right, I think we're good to go. Let's give it a test drive. So as you can see, I have this PSU search installation. It's got no database, no settings, .php file. So what we want to do is let's clear our Drush cache and let's cook that recipe. Drush cook clean install. All right, so here it's printing out what the drush command that we want to run, and we're just going to verify and say, yeah, that's the one that we want. Let's see, you're about to execute this Madlib, okay. Oh, so it didn't ask us for anything. Let's see again here. Yes. Test. 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 No. Okay, let's see where we went wrong here. Tokens. Ah, tokens with an S, perhaps. Now let's cook it. Are you sure you want to run this recipe? Yeah. Okay, what's the site name? We're going to say our cool, well, let's actually make it for real. This is going to be the PSU search testing sandbox. So we'll say PSU search, and the database name, we'll say PSU_search. So now, since we filled out those tokens, it's printing the Drush command as it's going to, what the Drush command is going to be with those tokenized inputs. We can see that it's going to do PSU_search for the database name, and for the site name, it's going to be PSU search, just like we intended. So we're going to say, yeah. What? Ah. Hush, Brian. Okay, that's weird. It's default. Maybe because the files directory is in there. Let's try this again. Clean install. Search. Yes. Why is it failing to copy? That doesn't make any sense. I tell you what. Let's download a fresh copy of Drupal and see if that works. Might have been because I was playing around in there and hosed it up. So let's cd into this fresh copy of Drupal and let's cook this up. So drush cook site clean install. Let's say clean install for the site name, and we'll do clean install for the database name. Let's run that bad boy. All right, this is looking a little bit better. So now it's just executing that site install drush command, just like we intended. So in a few seconds, it should come back with a success statement and our username and password printed out. Awesome. So let's go check out this site here. So, Drupal. And as you can see, clean install is our site name. It's set up with the database. So now we have this nice, neat Drush recipe that we can run, and we won't ever have to go back and copy and paste these Drush commands ever again. So I'm happy. For more information on Drush recipes, you can check out BTO Pro's a series of YouTube videos that he did for it. They're pretty informative. I'd highly recommend just considering looping them in, utilizing them to improve your workflow. So, all right, catch you later.